Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to RC with Adam. My name is Adam, and in this video, we're going to talk about the Syma. No, we're not going to talk about it. We're going to show about it. The Syma TF1001 HeliFury360. Now, let me just give you the bottom line up front, because I don't want to waste your time. If you're wondering, is this thing any good, or is it total trash, and they're just selling it for some reason? The answer is, it's actually pretty good. I actually like this. In fact, I think I would recommend this for a beginner. And the reason is that it's extremely docile. And that's actually kind of one of the negative things, is that it's like super docile. And so that could be a problem in terms of like trying to control it enough, but you won't run into the situation where you're over controlling it and over correcting and stuff like that. So what I like about it, I love the style, love the design, love it, because it's like you're flying a helicopter, but it's just like a quadcopter setup, has 4 motors, 4 rotors. Also, the thing that I like about this design is that it's very, very easy to maintain orientation when you're flying it around, because you got this long style and you got this big old, thing sticking out the back. It's pretty easy to tell which is the front, which is the back. I like the little landing gear. I think that's a nice touch. I do wish that it would have come with a spare set of propellers. Syma, why doesn't this come with a spare set of propellers? Because I'm pretty sure you can pull these off. Okay, seems like they are very difficult to pull off, which is kind of bad though, because if you damage them, then you're kind of done. So that's not cool, Syma. Why? No. Aside from that and the fact that it's like super docile, it's actually pretty good. The transmitter here is it's decent. The gimbals are actually quite smooth, I will give it that. It has 2 speed modes, or rate modes, like high and low basically, and even on high, there's not much of a difference. I do wish that these buttons, there's 4 buttons on the front of the transmitter. Why don't you label those, Syma? Why don't you go ahead and label those? Because otherwise it's like really hard to figure out like which one does which, and it would be a lot easier if they were just labeled. I mean, you could just take a Sharpie and label them. That's what I would suggest. In any case, I had a great time flying it around. I think it's really a lot of fun, and it comes with a cool landing pad, so that's neat. This kit does come with everything that you need, so I do think that as far as like if you were going to give this as a gift, or if you were going to buy this as like you just heard about quadcopters, you want to try out a drone thing, I think this would not be a bad route to go. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let's get to the flight footage. So let's just go out there and fly it right now.
We can launch it by pressing the launch button, or we can just push up. There we go. Take this baby off. I want to see the kind of tricks it can do. Okay, so I'm seeing right away that's a problem. That's a problem. So we're barely fighting this tiny little wind that we have, and this is in like the high speed mode, which is barely any difference from the low speed mode. So this and then like to the side. Okay, so it does like a little corkscrew kind of thing, I think they call it. Flip button, I think. Yep, that's the one that does flips, which is pretty cool. It has a little harder time recovering from the forward and backward flips. Ooh, still pretty good though. Let me give you some shots up close of this. Anyway, as far as actually flying it around, the thing that's cool about this is that you can really maintain the orientation really well, like really easily, because of the very distinct long shape. But it yaws quite nicely. And it banks okay, but it really doesn't have much in the pitch axis, which is the forward and backward movement. Like, I'm really fighting the wind here. So I really wish there was like a 3rd level speed mode so that you could really do some stuff, but you are able to, still fly it around pretty well. And of course, when you're getting started learning to fly, you always want to fly, with you facing the same direction that it is flying. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, it takes a little while for it to shut off. So you can land either just by pressing down all the way with the stick, by pressing both sticks inward, and you can also take off like that, or you can use the takeoff button. So if we wanted to just take it off and get it up in the air, you could press this. Woo, look at that go. But it's getting carried by the wind, so if you're doing this outside, you got to be ready to get on the controls. And if we want to land it, let's say we want to really land it, let's put both these sticks. Oh, whoops, okay. What I meant to say was that's the emergency shut off. They weren't kidding when they said emergency shut off. So if this thing is doing something weird, okay, and you need to shut it off, you put both the sticks down, or to the middle corners, and then also to start it like this, and you hold it there for a little bit. So I guess this will just shut off. Okay, that was one of the things I wasn't sure about. So you saw it firsthand there. These sticks. If you get in trouble, just push both those sticks like that, and it will shut off. Right, so in case I didn't mention it, so this little guy does have altitude hold, which is actually pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan with altitude hold, but I do like it. Like it would definitely be good for a beginner. And the thing I like about altitude hold is that it's very easy to have pretty much instant success with flying, which is great because it's very encouraging, and you can really build some confidence and learn some skills without having the frustration of trying to learn to hover. Now I think that it's even better practice to learn how to hover, but I could see how somebody might pick up a quadcopter that doesn't have altitude hold, get frustrated by trying to have it hover, and they're just feeling like this isn't worth it. Whereas this thing is kind of cool because you don't you kind of get rid of that learning barrier, and then you can sort of focus on controlling it, which is nice. And then later, when you build confidence, you can switch over to something that has the manual throttle, which I think is going to be much more beneficial if you really want to continue and expand in the RC hobby. Let's see how far out it'll fly. I don't know if I'll be able to get it back. Well, we can fly it around the yard, which is cool because it actually looks like a helicopter, like from a distance. Come on back, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, it's having a tough time. It's having a tough time with that little bit of breeze. There we go. And that's full deflection forward and high speed mode. Yeah, the battery's getting weak. Come on, buddy. Come on back. You can do it. Seems like it does work better. If I pitch forward, it can go faster than it can going backwards. Come on, come on, come on. You got it. You got it. Have to kind of crab into the wind, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of killing this battery. Man, we got to get to a landing zone. We gotta land. We gotta land off airport. I'm bringing her down. I'm bringing her down. Oh, we survived.
Well, everybody, I hope this video was helpful for you if you're considering buying one of these. If you are considering buying one of these, I will have a link to Amazon in the description below. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And I will see you again very soon. Ooh, okay. Can we do a backflip? All right, let's try doing a backflip. Whoa, shoot. Okay, don't do backflips inside.